Situation. A typically noisy detective's office became chillingly silent. The officers had not returned any calls and there was no response on comms. Can you figure out what happened to the Cooler detective's office? So a detective got murdered. Oh no. Blood? Whoa, God. Oh, it's loading in. What is that? Tape? Someone take a poster off? Front desk. Voided contraband. Due to current state and county policies, we're sorry to inform you that the package was not permitted to be sent out from any of our local offices until we gain clearance. To start the procedure and gain the right paperwork, make sure to call. Okay, shipping center, Cooler, Kyle Cropper, Albany. Okay. Package? I can't zoom in on it. General Department notice. We've had a number of recent complaints about drinking occurring throughout the offices. What? Due to the current influx of these complaints, we will address our stance here. Do not drink during work hours. Drinking is an adequate manner to alleviate the stresses felt during this job. We understand this and we will refuse any manner of taking that away from you. However, during work hours, we ask that you remain sober. Drinking inside the office is perfectly okay during lunch hours or off time, really. If anyone is caught drinking during hours, they will have a strike on their record. If one's work is determined to have taken a dip in productivity and we discover that consumption of alcohol is the cause, a strike will be placed on their record. Sheridan. Do good out there. Town dinner celebration. The Color Library. 23,000. We're almost at 25k for our town's population. Oh. Well, invited to a small dinner celebration. Small dinner celebration for 23,000 people. Invite your neighbors. How is it a small dinner celebration if it's invite your neighbors, co-workers, or even the whole family? Keep your issued sidearm on you at all times. Please do not leave it behind for someone else to mess with. You will share the blame. Please keep other standard issue equipment in your locker or vehicle. We don't expect you to carry your rifle or shotgun on you at all times. The fact that I have to say this is disheartening, given that Jim had neither sidearm nor primary on him at the time of the Main Street shootout 2 weeks ago means that self-preservation must be recommended and enforced. Had Harry not been there, we would have lost a good man. Please supply yourself as your job requires. Sheridan again. Let's have a look, actually. Situation. That's what we read. Questions. What's in the package by the exit? Okay, a poster. Was the gun the killer used standard issue? Who died by the office doorway? Who was the dirty cop? How many people were murdered? Was Harry Baker in a reasonable state of mind? Yes or no? Which prisoner was in interrogation room number 1? Okay. Hi. Darren Nakamura. Morning stroll, buy more drinks from Walmart's. There's a lot in there. Supplying office donuts today. Used $20 found yesterday. That's nice. Harry asked for papers again. Find them. Need new bag for rappers. Draw from bank before coming to office. Some of this is going to be important. Morning walk. Check with bank in the morning before office morning walk. So he withdrew from bank on the 21st. And then 3 days later, he checked with the bank again. Can't open that. New medication today. Not like the old stuff I was using. It's got a bit more of a kick to it. I know, my doctor told me to likely avoid this if I'm on anything else. But he said it was a great alternative if I start to notice a dip in the other medicine. It seems to be doing fine. I don't notice any difference just yet, but it gets the job done. My headache is still there though. Ain't that just the way? I don't feel so weird anymore. I think it's good. So far so good. The headaches are just dull. I think it's just another fine day. The whispering stopped. Oh, whispering. Thumbs up for this stuff. It's only been a week, but I can say that this got the job done just fine. My headaches are still there, but they hardly compare with the normal ones. My trial amount ran out today. Bought some pain reliever to help the layover until I can get another bottle in 2 days. A pain reliever for a layover that helps with whispers. I can get another bottle in 2 days. I don't know why they always have to drip feed the amount, so you don't OD on it. I almost collapsed when I finally got the stuff yesterday. It's a fast actor, however. Came in a little late though, so I could get worse stuff to quiet down. And now it's completely normal again. I'm stretching a little to make sure I can pay for this next time because it works 100%. It is hampering my other expenses, however. Almost had an issue, didn't take one as an experiment yesterday. I think even by the end of the day, Baker was a little concerned. Feels good, no issues to report. You know, I think that the prior medicine was just putting me off. You could tell me Green Man had taken over the government and I would have bought it. Had to buy another bottle in the morning, completely out of money though, so that's why he keeps going to the bank. I'm going to have to start a second job or something to help pay for my issues. Thumbs up again. Can't find the medicine. I left it in my car and now it's gone. I've been doing fine for the most part. I need to find it again, at least before my issues crop up again. My headaches have already returned. I just don't want to hear the voices. Handyman? Oh, more notes. Order new belt. Buy player. Doc says 2 times. Fridge empty. Get gift for a wedding. Seeing these notes, I don't know about you guys, but seeing this one made me nervous. I was immediately like, oh no, did you forget? Did you forget to get a gift? Another planner. Can I open it? Oh, it's empty. Eye drops. Oh. They're watching. Okay, so paranoid behavior, for sure. Nakamura. Okay, so this is another journal. Could it be that the other one is from a different person? I forgot my wallet today at home. I couldn't enter the office until Richard opened the door for me. I wish I had him as a partner. He never complains. He's just quiet and gets things done. He next to never talks at all. At least I can't remember any time off the top of my head. Harry's quiet, but in a way that makes you worry from time to time, especially when he's really drunk. Cannot pay off my rent this month. Need money really soon, like hella soon. Mike doesn't have a kind shred in his heart. Was an ass about lunch the other day too. The fat tub of lard came in panting today during lunch. I told him to try using pig insulin instead. He spat at me. That's so rude of you to say. I don't really care. He tried to jip me again? I don't know what that means. I thought him getting offended might make him think about my situation and how he might be able to relate, but it obviously didn't work. I don't think straight out insulting someone in their face is gonna help someone relate to you. Richard walked in today. He just stared at my poster for a bit before leaving. Maybe I can talk to him and see if he'll be back. He'll back me up and get our entire office upgraded. I've been wanting that gun for a while now. I can just taste it. It makes me a little nervous to think someone who hears whispers and is like paranoid gets a gun. Sometimes broken gun-like fancy features are what I want. Beanbag, where are you? Tired money speaks, stiff and tired. Basketball, refineries, good night. Huh? I'm really sorry, I'm still unable to find the medication. I wrote word salad in the afternoon, it seems. I'm doing better after taking my cocktail of pills. Huh. Richard broke his gun, that's why he came in yesterday. I'll ask the chief again if we can get a special order in. I want something like my fancy baby to be standard issue. I wouldn't mind something even crazier, like the revolvers that Harry has on his walls, but maybe that's going too far. I'm only worried that Harry would get one of these suckers. He's already a kill shot with one of the pea shooters. Got pulled in by the chief today. He asked me about Harry. Seems like they're just doing a general evaluation, I answered pretty casually. They asked if I knew about any evidence going missing recently. I'm able to say confidently that it wasn't Harry. I've only seen him party hard with booze anyways. So maybe like some cocaine or something went missing. I only think about that because I watched a couple Netflix documentaries where apparently it's really easy to do in America. Like the cops need to send the cocaine to a lab to get tested to get an ID that it's actually cocaine. And apparently in those labs, they'll just be like, yeah, it's cocaine, and then just put powdered sugar in it and then either sell it or take it themselves. Not everyone, obviously, but there's cases of that happening because they're so overworked and no one's monitoring them properly that they kind of like slip into it almost. I now think I'm seeing a unique pattern in the rug. It helped me clear my head and think about certain people. Still, the medicine is gone and I don't like thinking like that. My headaches are back in full swing. They took Harry out of our case. They put in Michael Schneider. I hate that man. I cannot accept this. I refuse to ever work with him again, and I will force them to realize this. Somebody will understand. He's been cruel in some stuff recently too. Keeps making jokes about issues that the others still haven't clued in on. If he makes another one of those jokes, I'm going to blow a casket. I hate him so much, and the position I'm in makes me feel like shit. Man. I wonder if, like... Oh, I can look at the pen. Loot. I wonder if if the colleagues didn't notice at all what was going on with Darren, or if they just didn't care. Or they were just too busy themselves. Smith wonders if Mike still has a Christmas CD. There's like, that's why there's so many notes everywhere, because when he went off his meds, he just like starts rambling, so can't remember anything probably. No record for issues with kids. I wonder if Darren got any work done. Okay. More notes here. He keeps saying hello. Package should come soon. Call Jeannie about order. High school number. See if judge can get back. Legal advice for Harry's inspection. Can't block him anymore. See if judge can get back on warrant. Call Valentine about judges. This is all like notes of like, don't forget, this is what you need to do. See if tires are ready. Call Robert to look at car. Harry can be trusted. Don't answer calls today. Ask Harry about Jay's case. Jeez, this makes me nervous. Harry wants answers yesterday, right? Barbecue next week. Smith says we need to call back. Open today, meet Philip with Piggy? Oh, Piggy. He must mean... Who did he insult? Oh, he didn't say a name. Spat at me. Maybe that comes back, but he calls him a pig here too. That's gonna be important probably. We're gonna have to deduce who this is. Get warrant for market on 4th Street. Call state to request files. Meet Susan. Rich will be there. Reconnect phone. Tylenol. That's just a, yeah, acetaminophen. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's just a painkiller. Chicken place opened up, invite Rich. Oh, what's this one? Thipadime. 1 pill every 10 to 12 hours. Schizophrenia. Oh. Yeah. Average drowning time. Summons for next. This is such a scary note on its own to find. Oh my god. What an awful poster. There's a new sheriff in town. Meet the Beacon Bell Toll .40 Super. When the bell tolls, it tolls for them. Sorry, the ultimate answer to the universe as a whole. Oh, I can't even read this. Nope. Next. So this is Darren Nakamura. Okay. Who's here? Richard Dick Bolts. Dickie. Keep the roads safe. Certificate of completion. Okay. Ooh. Nakamura bugged me today after lunch about if Susan could offer a smaller type deal, but I told him that she wouldn't. He wants petty change, enough to buy fountain drinks and ramen, probably. Susan already expressed that she wasn't interested unless he had enough to pay off his already late rental charges, and then some. I told him to just harass Mike for some change, if it's just for snacks and shit like that. I mean, he's always got cash just lying around. I know Mike... Sorry, I had the coffee. I know Mike might not help, given his dislike for the guy. Okay, Mike doesn't like... Okay, I'm gonna write this down. Mike hates Darren. I know Mike might not help, given his dislike for the guy, but it'd be worth a try. Nakamura just turned and left. Seems like that put him in one of his moods. It's been a long day. There's just been so much going on in our current case. Both Mike and I hit the mother lode. This is the holy witness we've been waiting for. She's gonna break the entire case against Carl Tristan. From here, notes we can read that the 11 kilograms of DDP-39 that the company was transporting was switched out at the last second for another trucker. Tristan didn't mishandle the insider stuff. He was either set up or a very unfortunate victim of pure coincidence. Whatever it is, this is evidence enough for us to pull this out of the fridge and grab any warrants that we'll need. Okay, let's write this down. The Carl Tristan case might be important. I just need Baker to not keel over and die. I found him on the corner of Swiss and Baker's this morning. He was a complete wreck. Dragged him here in the car. He's a liability right now. That evidence for his case a few weeks back went missing. I'm 90% sure he just partied all night with the final portion of it. The cocaine. Nakamura may be the largest hiring blunder we had in the last decade, but if Harry doesn't shape up and stop running afoul, then even Nakamura may seem like a decent partner. And if this goes on just a little more, we'll have to really confront him. Let's see. Have the backseat washed before the party next week. The backseat. I'd rather that Nakamura and Mike not constantly try and get in each other's way. The bickering is constant, so Mike might be piggy. The bickering is constant on most normal days. They are often testy after their individual morning walks. I think they likely run into each other and fight. Today is exactly one of those days. They come back in at the same time and were complaining about something that I care too little to understand. I really did try and ease the tension, but Mike was playing hard ass. Hell, I got to the point that Nakamura got quiet. It set Mike off, and he understood to shut up. Baker just watched the entire show. He was waxing his swords. Swords? He gets some type of sick pleasure watching all this. I can feel it. If Nakamura is the nutcase, then Baker is the lost cause. Okay, so Baker might have a drug problem. Baker stole drugs, question mark. And Mike might be piggy. I got to meet him today. He looked healthy. Seems fine. He's usually well for someone in his shoes. Rather kind for someone who's had all their stuff taken from them. The bank literally got rid of all his possessions. His health is good and he's showing no signs of a relapse from his prior issues. I got to meet him today. I don't know who he's talking about. Baker was yanked from his case this morning. Mike is now in charge of the questioning of Philip Clements tomorrow. Philip? Yeah. Philip and Piggy. He may join me a little later with Carl. From what I've heard, the man's just going to get some potentially heavy charges. But they're also offering a massive deal if he happens to just babble long enough about his friends out on the streets. I don't think Mike is very excited. I think he respected Baker enough that he's peeved at all this. He's never liked Darren since he fudged the big case last year. Those two together will be messy. Baker was passive, a little too passive. He immediately ordered a plane ticket over the phone. Lots of mumbling. He's been acting off since his last shootout. Oh. He might be trying to forget something. Loans. We understand we'll never ask for details. Okay. Behind the badge. Highway Patroller of the Year. Richard Nicholas Bolt. That's Dicky. Nevada State has selected our very own Richard Bolts as the Highway Patrol of the Year. We're overjoyed that the city of Brindler has been able to rise again and claim 2 of the 3 annual awards that our state hands out. Richard Bolts was hired as a cadet after graduating a rigorous civilian course back in the summer of 1973. He was noted as the quickest in his class and one with most leadership potential by the instructor. During his 4.5 years of service, he's been noted to work as part of patrol and criminal investigation before just last year joining State's Highway Patrol. In a small interview with our paper, Officer Bolts has noted his delight in being given this prestigious award. I would like to thank my wife, my chief, and the state for being able to give me the courage and to do my job. Blah, blah, blah. We hope Officer Bolt's the best, and we can rest assured that the roads are safer. Next week, we'll be covering Brindle's other officer, Catherine Page. So he's doing well. He's getting awards. Alcoholism. An addiction to the consumption of alcoholic liquor. For Baker. Oh, that's empty. Empty case? Oh, never mind. There's lots of ammo here. Candle. Check out foul reports, gun range, meet with a witness, report about meeting yesterday, meeting today, lunch. Okay, so he's actually using his planner. Open office in the morning with Mike, open all equipment lockers, general meeting, turn keys over to Nakamura. Oh, this is going to be important. Nakamura today, not me, keys already given. Well, we have to figure out who was where when. We'll probably have to look into this. Some small dinner with Nakamura and Susan. She's asking if I can buy more potato salad. Okay. Notepad. Write recommendations for Mendoza. Fackner needs report. Morning road incident. Call Mary. Facts chief weekly breakdown. Average gunfight too short for Sun City running killer case. Kid shattered Harry's rear view. Mike and Nakamura need to clean their cubicles. Little doggy. It looks like Dick is has the most responsibility so far. Lots of little case notes. Janitor said that one of the clocks is an hour behind. Make sure to buy a new one. That's gonna be important. Someone thinks it's a certain time, but... Wait, this is exactly the same... They ordered their cards together, so Susan is his wife, right? So they got their business cards printed together. Okay. Oh? A screwdriver in the plant? Did someone mess with something? Oh! Cocaine! That's a lot as well. That's so much. Or that's just where they keep their sugar for their coffee, you know. Spicy juice. Okay. Next cubicle. Mike Schneider. So this is Piggy, probably Darren's rival. And he also likes post-it notes. Turns out they're both schizophrenic. S is an F. Running low, look for cheap stuff if push comes to shove. Oh. Maybe Mike was also doing drugs. Use mixer, figure out pH level for evidence from county. Cleaning a gun manual. Mini fridge? Damn. Can only open that one. I wonder why. More screwdrivers. Makes me think that it's his stash there. Yeah, wait. What if the other guy, Baker? Yeah, what if Baker really is just a drunk? But because he's partying so hard on alcohol, they suspect that it might be him going for drugs on top of it, but maybe it's not him at all. Maybe it's just Mike. Paints Creek. Hey, the Paints Creek Killings. Hee. Nice little nod. Get Samantha to look at license plates. This is all just case notes. So many notes. Bank teller Martin, rough voice. Money stolen from Roger, 9K. Officers then only charged neighbors. Very different notes as well. These are more like actual case notes. I still don't know why you would make that many notes, but nothing in there. But they're not like notes like they whisper, they're watching and stuff like that. And this is Harry Baker. Okay, so this is the drunk. Inspection procedure change sounds like a no. Ooh, file cabinet that actually opens. MacArthur Road Incident Case Report. Okay. September 22nd, reporting regarding the morning incident. Detective Nakamura and I witnessed two young kids dealing some unidentified baggies by the gas station. Confiscated 3 bags of powder, evidence 1. Both suspect 1 and 2 were assumed to have been underage from just their appearance. We caught up to 1. Suspect 2 ran. I pursued while Nakamura cuffed suspect 1. Suspect 2 ran for a white van at the other end of the nearby parking lot. Suspect 3, the older Caucasian male, was inside the van. When he saw me chasing the kid, he turned the vehicle off and proceeded to raise his arms into the air. Suspect 2 pulled a pistol at this point while running. I fired 3 shots by the time he turned to face me. 2 bullets lodged themselves in his throat, and 1 got his right hand. I don't believe at the time of this initial report that he was able to fire a shot, but I'm unsure and awaiting further evidence. I've requested Suspect 2's firearm to be examined for gunpowder residue and Suspect 2's hands to be examined as well. General officers eventually arrived on the scene alongside EMS. Suspect 2 bled out before me. EMS was unable to stabilize him. Suspects 1 and 3 were escorted to the country station by officers. I received a question from another officer on the scene, and I want to answer it here in writing. Nakamura's method of detaining Suspect 1 may seem to have been brutal. What did he do? But I cannot say that I personally saw the arrest, but the suspect in general was uncooperative. The bruises and the such may or may not have been on the suspect prior. Oh. To our encounter. I am unsure, but I'd rather simply say that just because Nakamura's aggressiveness has been noted in the past, that it may not have been the case for the wounds for this particular case. Suspect 1 will be questioned about early tomorrow, 3 in 3 days. If I am pulled from this case due to the incident, I request that Detective Snyder or Bolts be given oversight of the downtown operations. Nakamura has been overly hasty on the previous 2 cases, shown questionable judgment. And though I trust him, I'd rather a more senior officer replace me. Okay. Oh. Happy birthday.
He was sitting so patiently outside.
Really?
Yeah.
The little man. Happy. Were you waiting? Oh, he got a scratch first. Oh, baby. Hoi. Oh, there he is. Yeah. Hi. Can't believe he was just sitting at the door, being like, she'll open it at some point. Let's see. Happy birthday, Kyle. I hope that you enjoyed turning 15. I know your mother likely threw a great party. I hope you had a good time. Okay, so the parents are separated. Sorry that I missed your birthday. I had tickets, but there was a last-minute incident over here that I have to take care of. Next time, I promise to be there. I'm sorry. I hope this gift reaches you in time and you can enjoy it. I may not always be there, and the past 15 years makes that evident, but I want to pass this on to you as it was given to me. This has been in our family for many, many generations, and it belongs to your great-great-grandfather, Bartholomew Baker. I would hope that you can use this as an inspiration and to pass on eventually to your own children. I may not be there, but our family is. I wonder what he gave him. Because the drawer is empty. Get audio of admission. Warrant if need. Cigars. A boy. It's a boy. Oh. Ugh. They really like their notes, don't they? Call her back next week. Ask N if he can take the call. School says call back tomorrow. No records on history. Plane leaves tomorrow. Get plane ticket. Mom's name is Jasmine. Mom's number. The mom isn't talking. See if Jim and Postal can get package to slip in. Maybe buy a bigger object and sneak it inside that. Okay, so Baker is trying to sneak something out. Floppy 1/8 of Jay's case has to be submitted formally. Can't open that. Oh, there is a floppy. Wow. 3 floppies. Damn. Judge K sick. Call the mother. Get more floppies. Okay. He's squished. Yeah. He's a white little face. Gil was murdered here, but his body was found in Drint. Torso found here. Oh. Trent and ammo. So he had the bigger guns, right? Oh, and his stool fell over. Looks like he was cleaning the gun. He's in the clear to tip. Oh, that's the gun. Ooh, sorry. Oh, but there's 2 guns missing. 3. A rifle and 2 pistols. Oh, shit. Oh! I hadn't even seen this. Sorry, babe. It looks like one of the... Oh, 3 victims. Jesus. 4? Wait, that looks like the person who was being interrogated, right? Because this is where they get cuffed. Yeah. Oh no. There's a ring on the other side too. God. And the glass. So someone got shot through the glass and then crawled away? Wait, even the... Oh. Whoa. That was a weird zoom. Even the clock got shot. Damn. Okay, let's just start here. Do not cross. Witness reports. Holy shit, okay. Richard and Darren interviewed on 3/24/1996. So this is a while ago. Drinker, no. Drugs, no. Sober, yes. Mr. Grant was questioned lightly due to being the second cousin of victim number 3. He's currently not suspected of anything. I wonder what case this is. And if it matters. Invalid report. Check with partner for issues. Snyder, Mike, and Darren. Oh, they work together? Scott's been questioned 3 times prior. Each time his testimony is made unlikely due to further witness references. Not able to arrest him yet. He's a perfect fit, though. Friend of a friend came forward after sitting on info for 5 years. This person only came forward after Mike found a gun on this person. This is so much to look through. I guess as long as we don't know what we're looking for, we can't really do much with this. Oh, I hate Michael Snyder. I hate him, I hate him, I hate him. Report sightline from central folder. Central folder for this case. Various times Nakamura failed to note certain bits. He's doing it again. He's taking over my shit. Okay. I'll leave that for what it is for now because that's a lot of information. Let's just take in the room more. The evidence is sufficient. He's... Dun dun dun. We'll never know. Out of order. Okay. It's the butler, yeah. I wonder whose shirt that is. Unlock office, open equipment, lockers. Lunch with Dick and Jimmy. What is this? General meeting in office, 204A. Take a morning walk. This might be Mike. Begin to review Philip case. Because Mike was brought on to that case and him and Darren both take morning walks. I think. Another bullet hole. So Does that mean Mike was sitting here? Oh, 2 more here. God. This whole station is fucked. There's 5 bullet casings here. Nothing in the trash. Oh, and the cuffs were here. So, oh yeah, this person died cuffed to the chair. So, maybe someone was worried that a suspect would talk, rat someone out. Bullets. So it looks like, what's that? Little bits of tape. It looks like someone shot the witness. I don't know. It's like started shooting, then started shooting everyone, and then ran. And Baker's trying to ship something. Starts in the right room, then Hawaiian shirt guy, then into the left room. Yeah. And then someone here getting out. Okay, let's look at the questions again. What is in the package by the exit? Was the gun the killer used standard issue? Who died by the office doorway? Who was the dirty cop? How many people were murdered? Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe a cop. What if that right interrogation room, they were interrogating a witness. The witness was coming close to like ratting someone out. That was a cop. So the cop starts shooting and then shoots his way out. Because if the cop wants to get away with it, then there need to be no witnesses. How many people were murdered? Okay. Were there any bodies here? No, this is fairly unscathed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 people got murdered? I think. That's my first guess. Just gonna leave that. Was Harry Baker in a reasonable state of mind? I think so. I would be worried that Nakamura wasn't, but Baker was a drunk, but he seemed to be in control. Do we know when, like, he was cleaning his guns? He doesn't have, like, the notes that are like, they're listening and stuff. He did want to get that plane ticket. What happened again? He got in trouble, right? And then Mike took over. He is a liability, though. But I think it's Mike who hit the drugs. I wonder what this is. I got to meet him today. He looked healthy. Ah, here. Baker was yanked from his case this morning. So he lost his case on the 24th. And Mike was put in charge. But it doesn't really say why. I think the package was for the son. It was for Kyle Cropper. Oh yeah, Kyle is his son. Voided contraband. Do you think he was trying to give his son a gun? He said it was something that had been in his family for a long time, right? The rifle? Yeah, Bartholomew Baker. He tried to give his son a rifle? And I have the birthday card here. Bartholomew Baker has to be the rifle. Wait, did we read this? I don't think so. I've tried to send the package now from 3 different places, but they keep voiding the stuff. I even tried to just pay the guy to look the other way. Cannot send it. We rounded up a few of the downtown kids tonight. They were taking potshots with their BB guns. Darren told me to cool down again. They shot out my rearview mirror. Still can't send the package out. At this point, Kyle will never get it. I hope he can understand. I tried real hard. Had to shoot a guy tonight. I'm going to the bar. Maybe I'll just roll about downtown and stare at the lights. Sorry I had to shoot someone again. Twice this week. It was a teen this time. Jesus. Chief woke me up at my desk this morning. He asked me a day or 2 ago if he should be worried. I told him I was running okay. I don't like office duty. There'll probably be another month of this. Yeah, if you shoot 2 people in a week, you should probably be at a desk for a while. I need help. I need to get out of here. All I do now is drink and write papers. There's nothing here. I still haven't talked to Kyle, and I'm stuck here doing papers. Now I can only listen to Darren complain about things. Chief told me I cannot drink anymore in the office. It's affecting me. Bullshit. It's the only thing that can help me right now. I'm going crazy. I've been really testy again. I need to go to the bar, but I cannot do it right now. I need to be clean, even if only for just another few days. I don't want it to end like it did last time. The only good thing is now I can go do what I want. My flight leaves tomorrow evening. I ain't staying around here. I need to meet him with him face to face. So he was sober September 24th. He was sober for a couple days. So I think he was of sound mind. I think this is a rifle. Was the gun the killer used standard issue? I don't know what counts as standard issue. What does it mean? What's a standard issue gun? We can look at the bullet casings. If they're all the same. There's a couple here, right? By the body. Oh, on the chair. 9mm Wilder again. That was the same as the last case. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay, so all these shots are a 9mm Wilder. Same. I wonder what this is. Like, did they just get, like, hit in the face? And they were, like, bleeding from the mouth, but that's it? I don't see anything in this room. Do you think he shot from the doorway? He might have. Okay, these are all 9mm Wilders. I think that's it. Yeah, so... 9mm Wilder. So that must be... It must have been a police gun then. That was used to fire, right? Okay, so then in that case, I think it's standard issue. Where did we read again about Baker's holiday? Was it this diary? Like, he got pulled off the case. Baker was passive, a little too passive. He immediately ordered a plane ticket over the phone. Lots of mumbling. He's been acting off since his last shootout. That was on the 24th. He got taken off the case. And that was when he was sober. I need to be clean, even if only for just another few days. I don't want it to end like it did last time. The only good thing is now I can do what I want. Flight leaves tomorrow morning. So he was sober, hoping to see his son. And then he lost his case. So he was like, fuck it. I'm gonna stay sober and see my son. Right? It makes sense. Like, the American flag, so many guns. Of course he wants to give his son a gun. Does this look different to you? Is this a different gun? These bullets look different. And there's no casings. It is different. These are different than the two that were there. And these, so these are the same as these. So who did that? And this is the one who broke out of there. But then nothing in this room. Do they not just change shape on impact? They do, but you can tell that the back of the bullet is different. Like the back doesn't really change. Has like a ridge on it. At least I think so. What do I know? But this looks very different. Different color, different back. Revolvers don't drop shells. Oh, do you think... Because there's 2 guns missing, right? He was cleaning one of them. Do you think he heard the shooting and then grabbed a gun from the wall and tried to go at it? Oh, you can see they're kind of like at a side angle. So shot from the doorway. This is a revolver, a WNS .50. This is a 9mm. Wait. Does that mean it's neither of these? The 9mm is... Yeah, so he was cleaning his cop gun that he has when he's working. So because he was cleaning it, he couldn't use it. So he pulled one off the wall, maybe? Let's see. Was the gun the killer used standard issue? I think so, because it starts with 9mm shells everywhere. Okay, so this is probably Baker. Although, hold on. If there's 2 guns missing on top of the one he's cleaning, that means he grabbed one gun. Oh. Oh, I see. He grabbed one gun and maybe someone else grabbed another. So then wouldn't Baker be the first one in here? I wonder if the Hawaii shirt is his because he was going on holiday. But then at the same time he was pulled off the case, so why would he be sitting here? He was cleaning his gun. So this is a lot of rubble for one bullet. There's one bullet, I guess the rest is in him. But if this person... No, wait. This is the witness side. Do you think the witness shot first and then got shot? This person died tied to the chair, so this person didn't go anywhere. There might have been 2 cops doing the interrogation. And one shot. Shot partner. Left the room. Shot whoever was sitting here. They crawled back, then went into this room, shot them, and whatever happened to that person. So one of the cops must have started shooting, right? So who was doing the interrogation on the 24th? Was it Nakamura and Mike? So we know Darren was off his medicine. So that's a bad sign. Here, 24th. They took Harry out of our case. They put in Mike. I hate that man. I refuse to ever work with him again. I will force them to realize this. Somebody will understand. He's been cruel and some stuff recently too. He keeps making jokes about his issues that the others still haven't clued in on. If he makes another one of those jokes, I'm going to blow a casket. I hate him so much. That actually sounds very dangerous. Could it be that simple? That it was just out of spite? If anyone is the dirty cop, it's Mike, right? Because he had the cocaine. Maybe that's a red herring. Maybe Mike started shooting. Yeah. Screwdriver is... I think it could be Mike. What do we base it on, though, that he's doing drugs? Other than the fact that there's 2 screwdrivers there. He didn't keep a journal? Oh! Did I read this? I don't think so, right? Baker just broke his 2-month separation from booze, drank through most of his fridge the other day. He gave me a bottle as long as I kept him company. I was glad enough to do so. I think Clara would like him, but he's too offensive to have around the kids. Hand that new folder to Dick tomorrow. He's authorizing something for case 2. Sounds like we have someone who's coming in to talk. Have enough money on the site now to buy Clara that nice dress. He was reselling the cocaine. Maybe. Baker keeps laughing each time I ask the guys to grab donuts. I think his frustration is starting to bleed through. His last case hasn't had a breakthrough because Naka keeps dragging his feet, and since Baker himself is actually forced to stay in here. Grab Carl Tristan. That's the same case. For questioning from NLSJ, we may have had a break. Bits of evidence that should have been brought forward a decade ago. Also, don't trust Nakamura until you know that he actually has his wallet on him. He keeps muttering how it's not his fault when he's asking for something that he cannot pay for. I'm not a charity. Sometimes we fail the right people. Looking at the stuff we have, Tristan should be a free man. He's been left behind and lost a decade and a half of his life. Just poof, gone. We're going to try and get somebody just above to hear us out. It'll take time, but he can handle it. He's a tough soul. So he's trying to get Tristan out. It's now $50 for the entire package, and it's not like there's much in there in the first place. The thing is always light as a damn feather. Disgusting. Shitty, slimy, shady. They know I need it, and they're gonna ride me for every penny. This isn't something recreational, for crying out loud. My life actually depends on this. So he has a need for something as well. I had a good laugh when I went with Baker and Naka for lunch. Baker barely smiled, but I think he liked being out of the office. Naka just nodded a lot, acts like he can actually follow a discussion, stupid moron, like a dog or something. No one has any idea what Nakamoto's going through. I made him pay for the lunch. I ain't paying after he stiffed me last week. I went shooting with Dick today. His standard carry broke. Oh! 3 days before it happened, Richard's pistol broke. If only I could get the security video feed for that. So this clears him completely. I'd been pestering him about requesting a new one the other way. Dick, I mean. I think I'll be able to have a good rapport with Phil. Seems like he's grown in the area. He was arrested with our team's hockey jersey on, but also 30 pounds of marijuana. Seems to be a decent guy from his wife and brother's statements, just down on his luck. He's also using a little of what he was dealing. That's rule number 1, just don't touch what you sell. It always makes things harder. At least I have a few jokes that I think he'll be able to laugh at. I just have to make sure Naka doesn't screw with this. He needs to keep quiet when I'm trying to connect with Phil. We're not doing any sort of act, we're keeping everything straight. He's trying to connect to start dealing cocaine, I think. I think I'll have a good rapport with Phil. Meet with Philip at 11 with Mike. But that was the 25th. That was the day after the shooting. Wait, 9:26 is when he has to call? I think Mike is dirty. Mike wanted to connect with Phil. And he was trying to get Tristan off the hook, but who was... Both Mike and I hit the mother lode. This lady is going to be a witness against Carl Tristan. But Mike is like, Tristan's not too bad. We can get him out of jail. 11 kilograms of DDP-39. Switched out at the last second for another trucker. Tristan didn't mishandle the... Oh, right. He was set up. Unfortunate. Pure coincidence. Mike needs money for his insulin. Oh, right. Because isn't it really expensive in America? So both Mike and Darren are really short on cash, and both for medicine. So insulin and schizophrenia. But Mike... Oh, there's a note there. Get refill. Oh, I didn't see this. Full size too large for Jay's issue. But then Mike, to make extra money on the side, started dealing the cocaine, and he was trying to get a connection. I think Mike's the dirty cop. I think Mike is trying to get the connection with Phil, the dealer. Should I write Mike or Michael? I wonder. What's his full name again? Michael Snyder. So I think either Mike probably started shooting, but then I'm like, well, he hasn't done anything yet, right? And Darren was ready to pop, but I feel like if Darren, well, actually depends on how unstable he is. He could start shooting and not stop shooting, but I don't feel like he would do that. Which prisoner was in interrogation room number 1? Wait, which one is number 1? 2, so in the back one. Was it Phil who was coming in? Wait, is this a different bullet? 5 killed, 1 died of natural causes. The one without the blood, yeah. That's a good idea. Oh, wait, let's see, wait. Oh, I keep thinking the shooting is the 24th, but if there's entries after that, then... Is it the 27th, actually? Oh, I might have been looking at the wrong date. Yeah, if they had a dinner... Is the shooting the 27th? Do we actually know what day it happened? Do all their journals stop on the 27th? 24th? That's why I thought, because he stopped on the 24th. And his stopped on the 24th too, didn't it? Yeah. Yeah, he didn't check off 25, 26, 27. He didn't either. Oh, weird. He didn't check off anything. So do you think it happened on 24? 24 or 25? Yeah, I guess it is 24. It's just weird that... Okay, let's look at this. Oh! The case files. Maybe now that we know a bit more, maybe we can see if... Wait, let's look at the last case that Darren wrote these notes on. Carl Tristan? Yeah, that's the case. Sometimes we contact McCrillen healthcare providers to see if any current persons can talk with us in regard to the Carl Tristan case, but we get no response. As Miss T-Bass, I don't know how to say their name, has moved on from working at the facility, we have interest in seeing if she can be more forthcoming. Her contract may be over, but her clauses still go on for another few years. She seems very genuine about her testimony. The detective in charge is requesting all pertinent info to be redirected to his folder only. Who's the detective in charge? Mike? Or Dick? He was supervising. Reference to this will only be derived from reports submitted by Mike. Mr. Mason reached out to us. He's currently willing to speak due to his poor health. The last time there was any sort of interview for anyone related to the case was about a decade ago. He provides us the best image of the mental mindset of his good friend and the main suspect. Supervising officer has demanded that this be only public outfacing record of anything related to the discussion. Day of interview, 6:23. Firearms, yes. Bar 6-shooter. Keeps it clean. So we need to know who was in room number 1 on the 24th, right? So the interview is 8/2. Are they chronological? It was September, right, that we need? September 18th. Firearms, no. Yes. A Glock .44 Liberty. Pocket knife and mace. Yes. The Glock 22 Sidewinder. And something else. Wait. Beacon Semper Mini and something else. So 3 weapons on this person? But they wouldn't be able to bring that in, right? You can't just walk in an interview with a weapon on you. This was Mike's journal, right? Begin to review Philip case. Meet with Philip. Lunch with Dick, discuss Carl Tristan. So he's trying to get him out. So do we think this person is Mike? Has to be, right? Wait. But if Mike's the dirty cop... Oh, I'm so confused. Whoever was shot in the leg made it across the room before getting shot in the head. Failure of the recent tip to deliver any evidence is another reason why witnesses and people associated are being re-questioned. This is the routine checkup. Oh, actually, that would make sense. If he's not guilty, but he's just coming in for checkup questioning, it would make sense that he's not tied to the table or anything. There really should be a file somewhere of, like, who is scheduled for which room, right? Normally, there would be, like, a logbook somewhere. September 22nd, so this was just before that. Suspect 1 will be questioned by us early tomorrow. Suspect 3 will be questioned in 3 days. So 23rd and 25th? So it's just around it. Yeah, it's hard because I feel like I have my suspicions, but I feel like I'm gonna put in these answers and I could be completely wrong. Maybe here it says something. Mike is now in charge of the questioning of Philip Clemens tomorrow. So maybe the shooting was on the 25th. Yeah, it has to be. So Philip Clemens is one of the people being questioned. Could he be suspect number 3 then, the 25th? Because he says on the 22nd, suspect 3 will be questioned in 3 days, which would be the 25th. That's probably it. So he does the arrest with Nakamura. Then 2 days later gets kicked off the case, books a holiday. Mike comes in, questions Phil. I think I'll be able to have a good rapport with Phil. Seems like he's grown in the area. Just have to make sure Nakamura doesn't screw with this. He needs to keep quiet when I'm trying to connect with Phil. It wouldn't... the thing that bothers me is that it looks like this would be Mike, but if Mike was supposed to do the interrogating with Darren, he was on the case with Darren, then he has to be in this room, right? You can't do an interrogation from there. Could it be that this is not related who was sitting here? Maybe this was... Do you think this shirt just implies that it was Baker, ready for his holiday? Okay, Philip Clemens. I'm looking at the spelling. Double L. Do you think this could be Philip... Oh, double L. Clemens? Did he take any notes here? There's no dates with it, though. Ask Harry if he needs more time to see if he can fix my gun. Oh, the gun he's cleaning is not his own. It's Dick's gun on the desk. So Harry did have a gun. Huh. Okay. 5 murdered. Interrogation room number 1, so the back one. So do you think if Philip died, if this is Philip, that means this other case is the cause of it all, so not Philip. So 25th. Meet with Philip. But it doesn't say, like... Oh, both prisoners get keys from driver. What is NSLJ? It's mentioned a couple times. With both prisoners. County jail. Ah, okay, so they're bringing in 2 prisoners. Could it be suspect 1 and... Oh no. They're not interrogated on the same day. Wait, actually, the fact that this is out in the open. Trent and Ammo, 50 AE. 50 AE. So Baker must have been... That's why the stool is open. Okay, so he was cleaning the gun. He heard the gunshots, grabbed the gun, loaded in ammo, and took off. Right? Came in shooting. But who did he shoot? Who did he try to shoot? I think this is Baker then. Harry? Was it Harry Baker? So he's using his custom gun. I wonder why, because it wasn't his handgun that was broken, but... Okay, I think this one, I'm pretty sure. This one, I don't know. I think Mike is dirty. 5 people were murdered. 1 died of natural causes. Harry Baker was sober. He was trying to be sober for his son, going on a holiday. And we think... Should we just try it? Let's just see... Whoa. 4 of 7. Okay. 4 of 7.
Congratulations. You are now an official licensed investigator. How was the exam?
Oh, hard.
Now that it's over, how do you feel?
Not good.
Now that you've completed
We're not done yet.
feel free to revisit any case file to improve your overall grade.
Yes, please.
Having said that, welcome to the agency. We'll see you on Monday.
Another question which were wrong. I know. 4 of 7. Okay. Back to the bloodbath.
Which case file would you like? Loading Bloodbath.
4 of 7.
Loading complete. Good luck.
I think the Harry Baker one is wrong. Because it's too easy, right? If he died there. I feel like that's too easy. I think the rifle is definitely correct. Standard issue, correct. This one, maybe not. Michael, yeah. We can easily try 6 and see if that changes anything. Maybe this is wrong. Let me just put in Harry again. Let's check if the number is right. Let's check some simple ones. Okay, we changed 3 things. Let's see. See if they're good. 2 of 7. Okay, so 2 of those are right.
Which case file would you like? Loading Bloodbath. Loading
Dirty
complete.
cop is Nakamura.
Good luck.
Has to be... Mike though, right? Okay, so let's say that these were right, but this is wrong then. 5 and 6 are wrong. Or actually... Let's see what that does. 3 of 7.
Which case file would you loading Bloodbath?
Okay, so now it's 3 of 7. So that must be correct, right? 1, 2, 3, 4? It only says reasonable state of mind. Like, you could be drunk and still be quite clear. Harry having swords. That's true. Harry did have more weapons, yeah. 5th Cavalry. Has to be a rifle, right? Cavalry used swords. I'll pass this on to you. It was given to me. This has been in our family for many, many generations. Belonged to great-great-grandfather. We can try sword. I just assumed it was a rifle because it was like a wall. This must be wrong too, right? I guess I can just leave it empty and submit. 5 of 7. Okay. So it's a sword.
Which case file would you like to loading Bloodbath?
I think this one is wrong, maybe? So I'm gonna leave that empty and submit again. See if it's still 5 of 7. Forsen. Oh, it was right. That was Baker. Okay, never mind.
Which
Now we at
case
least
file
know.
would you like to loading Bloodbath?
So he died right outside his own cubicle.
Loading complete. Good luck.
Okay, so Harry Baker died there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Dirty Cop might be wrong? Or actually, no. Maybe the number is wrong. Wait, I can test that. What was his name again? Snyder? Leaving 2 empty now. Okay, so that's it. Michael is the dirty cop. Okay, good. So we just have to fill out these 2 things. And how many people were murdered? So 5 and 6 is wrong, right? Which is weird. Or... oh, what if he shot a ton of people and then shot himself in the head? Oh, oh yeah! That's why the blood is up. This is the killer. He got shot, crawled away, and then shot himself because he was done for. So 1, 2, 3, 4 people were killed. And then he killed himself. Okay, so we just need to know who is this. Yeah, I was looking at this, like it kind of, you can see that it's like that way. And there's one, oh, how did we not see this sooner? There's one shell right by the hand. Wait, but that means that whoever was supervising got shot through the window. So that must be Mike then. I think it is Mike. So he was looking at whoever was being interrogated, and then they... do you think, could he have shot the witness through the window? Could he have started it from here? He got up, shot the witness, and then whoever was interrogating him shot him in return. So this is glass, not rubble. I thought this was rubble from the wall, but it's actually from the glass. Oh. Oh, and that's why it's in this direction. He shot the wall as well. He shot the witness and Baker shot him from the doorway. Actually, it would make sense, yeah. Because that's why he shot in the leg, because he probably didn't want to go for the kill then. Could this be Nakamura then? Because they were on the case together. That means this is Philip. Because Philip was on their case and came in for questioning. So this person is unrelated to the case. This is a different case. The other room could be Dick and Tebas. It could be Dick for sure. Because we think Nakamura, Mike, Baker. So this has to be Dick, yeah. And he doesn't even have a gun on him. Baker was fixing it. So he was... yeah. He was like in a corner, couldn't do anything. So yeah, who is he? Okay, we just need to find out who he was interrogating on the 25th. Carl Tristan? Mike will join a little late. We can try Carl Tristan. I did have Carl Tristan written down, yeah. Oh, whose death do you think is the most tragic? Honestly, Baker. Dude was struggling. He wanted to reconnect with his kid. He was trying to be sober, trying to give his son an inheritance gift. And he was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to reconnect. And then the day he was supposed to leave on holiday, he got shot. 7 of 7. We figured it out. Okay, here it is. On the afternoon of September 25th, around 12:30 p.m., Darren Nakamura and Michael Snyder were interrogating Philip Clements in interrogation room number 2. Harry Baker was in his office cleaning Richard Bolt's broken pistol, having just been relieved of active duty. Richard Boltz was sitting down with Carl Tristan in interrogation room number 1, waiting for the other one to end. Haha! Darren had not received his required dose of medicine to deal with his oncoming schizophrenia. As he sat with Michael Snyder, a man who he already deeply hated, he heard enough jokes at what he personally believed were at his expense. He snapped and began shooting his colleague. Oh! This is not at all what we thought. We were standing and shooting the suspect in room 2. In a rage, he then stormed out, blockading the observation room. What? This is not at all what we thought. Harry Baker heard the gunshots and began to scramble to find a usable weapon in his office cubicle. Remembering that Richard Boltz was nearby, Nakamura began to walk towards the other room. As Nakamura approached the other interrogation room, Harry Baker finished loading his revolver in his office cubicle. Harry Baker cracked the door open, took a few shots. At this point, the clock was hit by a stray bullet, making it display its final time of 12:35. Nakamura quickly returned fire and shot numerous times back at his partner. Both Nakamura and Harry were hit, with Nakamura getting lucky and shooting Harry in a vital spot. Harry Baker slumped in the office doorway and proceeded to bleed out. Nakamura limped over to a nearby desk and pulled out the bullet that Harry shot him with. Oh yeah, we did see that blood bullet. His injuries were large enough that they knew he would die by bleeding out. Nakamura then saw Richard still in the room with Carl Tristan, the suspect that had been falsely imprisoned years ago. It had been 10 minutes since Nakamura had begun his rampage, but he was not about to calm down just yet. Remembering that Richard never truly helped him with money, in a blind fury, Nakamura stumbled to the door. Richard attempted to charge him, but he was shot in the head. After Richard fell down dead, Nakamura stumbled and collapsed against a nearby wall, sitting below a clock that Harry had accidentally shot. Carl Tristan Olden, with a weak heart, began to have a heart attack and toppled to the ground, dying around 1 p.m. Overlooking the carnage that he had created and hearing the dying breaths of Carl Tristan, Nakamura began to calm down. Surrounded by dead colleagues and former friends, he decided to take his own life before he bled out. It's estimated that he sat against the wall for 50 minutes before taking his own life. I really thought that was Mike. Like, it would make so much more sense that Mike was the dirty cop and Nakamura was onto something, and then he started shooting to get Philip to shut up. I really like that a lot more. This is just like, yeah, he just forgot to take his pills. He was angry, so he just shot everyone at work. It's like, don't really like that. Well, at least now we read it.
Which case file would you like to tackle?
Hughes Manor feud. Ooh, we have one left, and this is going to be the hardest one of them all. To be fair, though, I feel like I had a... Oh, oops. I didn't mean to do that. Shit. I feel like I had a better time with this case than the other ones. The other ones, there were... I think maybe their names were easier as well, but the other ones... I remember still, even at the end, there were so many times where I was like, I still don't really know who's who. We also didn't really get to do anything with like the piggy thing, or the clock being an hour off didn't really matter either to figure it out. I really feel like the thing with Mike selling drugs and trying to make a deal with Philip should have played a bigger part. Reading about his schizophrenia and that he had a hard time getting the meds and that he just ran out of meds. And then I was like, okay, the person with the mental illness is killing everyone. Obviously, that's a red herring, is what I thought. And I was like, oh, I guess they just did that. I like our theory better. Still, it was fun. Oh yeah, it's great. It's great to play detective like that.